The man shrunk to 1/100th of his size watched in horror as his missing cat suddenly came back home. It sent a chill straight down his spine, seeing that the cat now saw him as prey. He grabbed his sewing needle to defend himself and scrambled backward as fast as he could. But against a cat that quick, there was no way he could shake it off. In a moment of crisis, he managed to slip through a crack in the door. But the cat shot a paw right through the gap, and the shock sent him tumbling down the stairs into the basement. When a man came to, he heard his wife calling for him. He screamed at the top of his lungs, desperate to get her attention, but with his body shrunken. His voice was no louder than a mosquito's buzz. In the end, all he could do was watch helplessly as she walked away. The man tried to get out of the basement, but he couldn't climb up the steps no matter how hard he tried. To make matters worse, a spider suddenly crawled toward him out of nowhere. He quickly grabbed a box of matches, striking one hard. He finally managed to spark a flame, and that was what saved his life. About 2 weeks earlier, the man had first noticed that his wedding ring was starting to slip off his finger. At first, he didn't think much of it, but by noon, he realized that his 6-foot frame had shrunk to shorter than his wife. In just 1 week, his body had become the size of a cat. For his own safety, his wife had no choice but to kick the cat out. She told everyone that her husband had died and used that as an excuse to sell the house. The man was furious. That night, he asked if he could sleep in bed with her, but his wife was afraid she'd accidentally crush him and flat out refused. So he tied a rope to a fishhook, hoping to climb his way back up to the bed. Just then, the stray cat wandered back into the house. When his wife saw the cat, she assumed her husband had been eaten and gave up on trying to find him. Not long after, he heard footsteps upstairs. He rushed over and yelled for help as loud as he could, but because he was so small, no normal person could hear him, and he almost got squashed flat. That was when he realized the person was the new owner. His wife had already sold the house. After the new owner left, the man decided to escape through the vent, but the screen on the other side blocked his way. He didn't panic though. He knew he would keep shrinking, and soon enough, he'd be small enough to slip right through the mesh. After one night, he had shrunk small enough to easily pass through the screen. He was finally free. At the same time, he made up his mind. He was going to make his wife pay.